Okay, so I'm just about to shoot a video for my YouTube channel, but I just got a text. I got a text from my doctors, and the text says, "Hi Faisal, you've been invited to book your COVID-19 vaccinations. Please wait 28 days if you have had a positive COVID test recently. Please click on the following link to book." And which is weird. I wasn't expecting it because I'm obviously only 27, but I'm assuming that it's because of my asthma. That's the only assumption I can make. And I've obviously had asthma since I can remember. As I've gotten older, it's got slightly better. I think it's actually almost completely better. But then sometimes it gets bad again. But it's definitely not as bad as it was in childhood. Like when I was a child, I used to have to take tablets at one point for asthma. I used to have the powder, the circular powder inhaler, the brown one, the blue one. I think I even had a white one at one point. But it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Because, I would expect that I was going to get it a bit later, but alhamdulillah, I managed to get it. And I was incredibly anti it for years, actually. I was anti getting this vaccine. I wanted to wait a few years. But I wanted to see how it works on other people and stuff like that. And you guys will know that I was so vocal about it on my podcast. So many times at the beginning, I was like, there's no way I'm taking a vaccine for a good few years. I want to see how it works on other people. I want to see the long-term effects. I want to see how it works on like South Asians or young people and so on and so forth. I just was really like anti getting it right now. And this isn't a government-sponsored video to say I think everybody should get the vaccine. I don't know what the best advice is, so I'm not going to say anything. But I am going to get it. I booked it in for a few days' time. And I think what really changed things for me was probably a combination of like the people around me getting it. It obviously makes a big difference. My dad got it. Some friends I know ended up getting it. Most of all, it was the podcast I did with the doctor who had no agenda, as in he wasn't being sponsored or paid to go on our episode. And he spoke to me all about vaccine and its safety and about how vaccines are so safe. And that's what really put me to ease. And it increased my knowledge. So while I'm not telling you to get it and I'm not telling you not to get it, I would say maybe watch that episode or increase your knowledge, because knowledge always helps everything. Yeah, that's it. I got the text from my doctor. I booked in my slot and I'm going to get the vaccine this Saturday. So let's see how it goes. Okay, it is now Saturday and I am driving to the vaccine centre because your boy is about to get vaxxed. It's just so funny, and me and my wife were just laughing at home because I've gone from like being so anti this vaccine and then I'm getting it. So it just goes to show that when you have a podcast, it exposes your character. It's funny, my mum's actually already at the centre because she's got her vaccine today as well, just before mine. And it turns out that because our like GP surgery is doing it in groups, right? They have like groups, I don't know, people who have prior health conditions, I don't know. And so it turns out that my mum and I are in the same group, obviously, because both of us got the text at the same time, and both of us ended up get booked for today. And then we found out after, and then she just rang me. She said she's there. So little family reunion at the same time as getting the vax. Okay, I have arrived. Well, I've kind of arrived. It's a bit of a walk from where I've parked. Let's see how it goes.
Do you have any allergies to anything?
Only hay fever.
Okay. And do you take any blood thinning medication?
No. Do we have to stay here for a while after?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Just had my vaccine. I'm with my mum, who's also had her vaccine. I'm gonna take her to her car and then that's it. Gonna get back and watch the second half of the Bournemouth game because Danjum was playing, and so we have to support him where we can, and hopefully he gets a goal in today. And I'm just editing the video, and I just want to say that he did in fact get a goal in. Alhamdulillah. A Muslim brother who's doing very well for himself, may Allah bless our brother. Alright, back to the edit. That's it, and then I'll report back when I'm home to let you guys know how I felt, how I felt during and how I feel now, like in a few hours. You guys are gonna have to forgive the creased shirt. Okay, I'm just gonna have to stop the edit here again one more time because that is too creased. Okay? When I said forgive me for the creased shirt, in real life, I just got this out of my drawer. Okay, I had to stick the camera on, and so I got a t-shirt out of the drawer. I don't walk around, by the way, without a t-shirt. I just didn't like the t-shirt I was wearing. So I thought, let me go to the drawer, I'm about to stick the camera on, grab a new t-shirt. Looked at the t-shirt, thought, oh, it's a bit creased. Now, t-shirt's a bit creased, not the end of the world. My two options are get a new t-shirt out of the drawer. Just say, forgive me for the creased t-shirt. I chose option B. Little did I know on camera that it looks like a piece of paper that's been scrunched up about 40 times. And now I'm going to be embarrassing my family. Okay, back to the edit. Okay, so it's been a few hours now since I've been vaccinated, and I thought that considering I have no agenda, not that people who speak about it have an agenda, but I mean, I literally, you can trust me. I thought it would be a good idea to give an honest review or analysis or my honest thoughts about the process from start to finish of the vaccine. So firstly, how am I feeling? Like I said, it's been a few hours. The most I'm feeling really is the dead arm. Not even dead, it's just my arm feels like something, you know? I can feel my arm's very much so, I can very much so feel my arm. And you know, most of the time, it's weird because most of the time you do things in life and you're not feeling every aspect of what you're doing. And you think about that the most, or you realise that the most when you have a painful tooth. When you have a painful tooth, you can't stop thinking about that tooth. It's just constantly on your mind because it hurts. And it makes you, or if you've got like an earache. And it makes you realise that when everything's fine, when your health is good, when you haven't got that toothache, you're not constantly thinking about each individual part of your body. So all it is I can feel my arm a bit. I should probably also mention what vaccine I took. So I took the Pfizer vaccine. And that's important because in my honest review of everything, I think that generally all was good. I got the text. I was obviously put into some kind of group by my doctor's surgery, and I'm assuming it was, like I said, because of my asthma. And they just sent me a link to book it in. When I got to the vaccine centre, I gave my name. They had my card ready for me, my vaccine card. They consulted me very quickly. General questions like, have I had a vaccine recently? Have I had positive COVID result or symptoms? And then they take you through to the other room, which is like a big vaccination hall. And I instantly got vaccinated. And only after did I find out I had the Pfizer vaccine. And so that's my only negative thing I say. Or not even negative, but it's my fault. I should have said, what vaccine am I taking? To be honest, after my conversation with the doctor on Freshly Grounded, I didn't mind which vaccine I took after that conversation. However, it was a bit, in Punjabi you call it laparva, careless of me to just not say, by the way, which injection am I taking? I didn't ask. I got the leaflet after and I realised I took the Pfizer. Because I was expecting to take AstraZeneca. I was expecting to take the other one because I thought that Pfizer wasn't big in the UK, but I took Pfizer. Maybe just ask in advance because it's nice to know in advance, I guess. So that's the only thing I would say is you don't really get told, or you're not. It's not like screaming in your face what you're taking. Like when you get the text, it doesn't tell you what vaccine you got the text for, or it doesn't give you an option and stuff like that. I guess driving back, I did feel a bit like, I've got this thing in my arm now. Like it's too late, and it is hard. As much as there's all these, government-backed and corporation-backed video messages to people like the South Asian community and all communities, saying don't listen to what you read and all this kind of stuff. You do feel a sense of that. You feel a sense of skepticism, I guess, of the vaccine. But I kept trying to reassure myself on that drive home because I was like, I've done it now. And I kept reminding myself of that conversation because at the end of the day, the person who I've spoken to for the longest time about the vaccine, and also the person who I've spoken to who has probably the most knowledge of the vaccine,
was this doctor. And so I spoke to him off air as well, and I haven't had a conversation about the vaccine for over an hour with anybody else, like over an hour analysing, asking what I wanted to ask. So I was reassuring myself by saying, look, you spoke, and that's the blessing of the job that I have, is that I do get to speak to like really informed people about their fields, and I'm really grateful for that, because I know not everybody's had that opportunity. I'm sure everybody would love the opportunity to just have an honest conversation with a specialist in different fields at the time. And alhamdulillah, Allah has given me the ability to do that. So that's what was reassuring me. And so that's it really. My honest thoughts and my honest review is, yeah, it happened and it's done. And it's done. And I don't know. I'm not gonna answer if I recommend it or not. And that could be, again, la parva of me, because maybe I should be saying, guys, go out and get the vaccine. But maybe the fact that I got it speaks for itself. One thing I will say is that this video is coming out on the day that I had the vaccine. So if you guys want to see an update, like in a few days' time, or another vlog, or generally you like the vlogs, because I haven't been vlogging as much recently, do let me know, because I probably, the biggest thing I go through with my YouTube channel is not knowing what kind of content to create, or what kind of content you guys want to see. With that being said, I'll see you guys very soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.